and I'm here to talk to you about career transitions, specifically two subjects. The first subject is identifying your personal brand in such a way that it's consistent with who you are. And the second is understanding the importance of cultivating and maintaining relationships to help you navigate your journey from military to civilian life. When we talk about a personal brand, all we're really talking about is having a clear sense of mission, purpose, and values. And that's something in the military you've had a lot of experience with. As a matter of fact, you've had more experience than most of your civilian counterparts in this regard, so this is your time to use that to your advantage. When you think about your mission, purpose, and values, think about it in the context of your new journey and your new career transition. What is it that those companies are looking for? What are the qualities and skills that are relevant for that particular position you'd like to apply for? Is your mission, is your purpose, and are your values consistent with that? Is everything that you say and do consistent with that? Really, everything has to come full circle, and so these are important questions to be asking. Once you've asked yourself those questions, ask yourself whether or not you need to change your mission, purpose, and values based on that new sense of self. And if you do, it's really important to write down all of the key things that you're really good at and that you're better at than anyone else. If you have trouble coming up with those strengths, rely on friends and family and talk to people that have supervised you before. Look at your past performance evaluations and see what are the things that come up on a routine basis. Whatever those things are, those are the things that you are going to want to communicate consistent with your mission, your purpose, and your values. If you do that, then there's no way that you won't be hired. What I can tell you is that it's very important to be clear in communicating your ideas and not to use military speak or jargon. That simply clouds the issue. What you should do, however, is take those strengths and develop stories around those strengths. You should develop these stories with a very simple approach. It's called the STAR method. You simply describe the situation that you're in, the task that you were asked to do, the actions that were required to accomplish that task, and the result or the impact that you had on the organization that you were a part of. This is going to be very important. If you can't communicate this in a way that your grandmother would understand, then it's probably too complicated and you need to practice, practice, practice. Once you've developed your talking points, again, remember not to use jargon. This only confuses the issue. I spoke to someone recently, as an example, who had a military background, and what they told me was that they had a significant experience managing large-scale endeavors. And I didn't know what that meant, so I finally asked him, what is a large-scale endeavor? Assuming that that would be maybe 10, 15, 20 people. He said he managed 5,000 people in a large-scale event. That's huge. That's bigger than most companies. So be sure to be very specific about articulating not only those strengths, but quantifying it and giving a sense of scale to the people that you're talking to. Now that you've developed your stories and your strengths, and you've developed it according to the STAR method, what are you going to do with that? Well, it might help to talk to some people. That underscores the value and importance of developing and maintaining relationships. People hire people. People help people. And if there are 20 people applying for a job, and one person knows Bill, the hiring manager's neighbor, guess what? That might give them a little bit of a competitive advantage. So it's very important that you put your feet to the street and get out there and talk to friends, to family, and to even strangers. When you're doing that, again, you need to communicate your clear sense of mission, purpose, and values. As you do that, you should develop an elevator pitch. An elevator pitch is simply a simple way of conveying your mission, purpose, and values in a way that helps people understand what it is you're looking for and what it is they can help you with. Your elevator pitch could sound something like this. My name is Michelle Vasquez. I'm a 20-year machinist with experience repairing international equipment under dire circumstances. I have a strong work ethic and I have a passion for figuring out and solving problems and teaching other people how to repair things quickly. What I'm really looking for is an opportunity to manage a group of 20 machinists in the San Antonio area. Do you know of anyone in that role or anyone that could refer me to that role? Now, what I've done here is simply articulated what I'm looking for, why I'm good at what I do, and what someone can do to help me. And the most difficult part of this might actually be the asking for help. But remember, you really need to go beyond that and ask for help. And you'll be surprised at how many people are going to want to help you. And you'll be surprised at how many people you can help in return by paying it forward. So, having said that, it's really important to know a few things. Let's recap what we've gone over. We've gone over establishing your own personal brand identity consistent with your mission, your purpose, and your values as it relates to identifying the career and the job opportunities you'd like to pursue. We've also talked about identifying your strengths and developing stories according to the STAR method. Once you've developed your stories, you have to have people to tell those stories to. And once you've told those stories, you need to be able to communicate them in a way that allows people to understand what you're looking for and how they can help you. That's called an elevator pitch. After you touch base with everyone you know, you'll be surprised at the momentum you'll gain by the referrals that you'll come into contact with. And that will be a very rewarding experience for you and for them. So all I can tell you is the best advice is to follow up, and follow up. Follow up with the people you're asking to for help. Follow up with the referrals that they give to you. Follow up with the referrals and tell them that you've been referred by someone else. Follow up with the people who will be asking you for help someday. And follow up by saying thank you.